Yeah, today, really excited to announce our 2014 recruiting class. I'm going to start out, I guess, probably just go alphabetical a little bit with them. But first person I'd like to announce is Brianna Beatty. She's from Las Vegas, Nevada. Bree's exceptional hitter, amazing hitter, just crushes the ball. She's hit, I believe, it's 27 home runs so far in her career, going to her senior year. Just monster hitters. That's kind of how we describe her, I guess, when we talked with our players when she's coming in, and this is how we're kind of hitter she is. Also has a very strong arm in the outfield. I know she threw somebody out in the outfield this past weekend down in California. But also just a lot of perseverance, really strong work ethic. She's our first high school All-American that we've ever brought into our program. Was somebody that we were fortunate enough to get. She had a torn ACL after her sophomore year, so she pretty much missed her whole summer out and playing. And I guess we stayed on her. We kept on recruiting her, stayed on top, tried to go to the games when she was kind of coming back, and I think a lot of schools just quit recruiting her after that. And so she came up for a visit here, and loved it. We've had a great relationship with her and her family, so I'm very excited to have somebody of Bree's caliber come into our program. Know that she's just going to be an exceptional player for us. I guess I said I was going to go alphabetical, but I'm going to go with the next player is Jacqueline Sertic. She's from Reno, Nevada, and we found Jax from watching Bree play, and Jacqueline's the pitcher for their summer team, the Little Rebels. So getting a chance when we're watching Bree's team play and you get to see Jacqueline pitch quite a few games, you start watching her and you see how the good control she has. You see the movement she has in her pitches. I think she has an exceptional changeup. She does a really good job of hiding the ball. So somebody that as we started watching more and more, we really were excited about and thought, she can be a good part of our program, help us come out here, compete and win games, try to win championships. Tremendous work ethic as well. She's somebody that just keeps on working hard, if it's tennis, cross country, softball, the sports that she does. Somebody that we feel is going to come in and continue to learn, but she's one of the top pitchers out in Nevada this past year. I believe she was All-State this last year, took her team to the state tournament. They actually lost, I believe it was the first round game in the sections, had to win 6 games in a row to get to the state, and I think she pitched all those games. So somebody has a lot of endurance as well. So very excited to add both those guys, and the familiarity of those two on the same team is going to, I think, help the camaraderie with our team as well. Then I'll kind of go around, I guess, Katie Schultz. She's an outfielder from Muscatine, Iowa. Katie is a huge recruit for us. She's tons of speed, fast. She was actually clocked at 2.5, I think it was 2.53 home to first, which if you put that into football terms, that is probably running about a 4.2, 4.3 in a 40 for football. She just absolutely flies. And somebody that we feel, top of our lineup, if she's up there, she's going to steal a lot of bases. And we've had a lot of fast players, I think, in my career as coaching here, even from the Division II days. And I think Katie's probably might be the fastest one that we've ever brought in here. And very excited about what she can now offer to our lineup. Potentially, she's a triple threat type of player where, bunt for a base hit, slap for a hit for power, plays a strong center field, good arm. I believe, and Jamie did a great job in recruiting Katie, and I can't believe she's a 4-sport or 5-sport athlete. I think she's actually a 5-sport athlete because she'll go and run a little track once in a while. Even though, and I've told Godfrey this, even though she's not a track fan, but she has good speed. She got some letters from some Big Ten schools in track even. So somebody that we feel is going to fill the role at the top of our lineup for us. And then Tabby Hines is our last recruit that we signed for this period. Tabby's a catcher out of Livermore, California. Her dad's a high school coach and a travel ball coach. Tabby's a very strong catcher, very good arm, smart back behind the plate, athletic. She plays a little shortstop for her team as well in the high school season. And I had a chance to watch her play a little bit this past fall after Jamie had seen her this summer. And like Jamie had came back and said, hey, we found this catcher that's going to fit our program. Strong arm, accurate, and not only defensively is she strong, but hits the ball exceptionally well. Has power, hits for average. Somebody we feel can really come in and help us out behind the plate. Very excited to add her and the rest of them to our program. And the last thing I should probably say, and I should probably open up with this, is I got to give Jamie Traxel tons of credit for this class because Jamie did an exceptional job recruiting this whole class. And without her, put a lot of hard work into the whole year, and got to give a lot of credit for what Jamie did this past year. And we're still waiting to see if we finish up this class. We have one more potentially coming in. So very excited about this group. We think they're going to add a lot to us. Offensively, pitching on the mound, defensively, there's a lot of strong players. So very excited about this year.
So So Max Preps, that's the main All-American teams for high school?
Yeah, there's a couple. People are coming out with different websites and different things, but Max Preps is really big out in the West Coast, really big down south.
Darren, anything about the connection to Nevada that stands out as different from traditionally where you recruited?
Well, yeah, it is a little bit different. They're the first players from Nevada in our team, in our program, I should say. And, it started with Bree. And when we were recruiting Bree and watched her program, and they have, there's some other players in their team that are very strong players that we actually looked at and tried to recruit a little bit. Obviously they're going to other schools. And they've made a really strong program with the Little Rebels travel team. And by watching them, they're taking some of the best players in that area. So as we started watching them, we're like, these guys are getting just a lot of good athletes out there. And then, like I mentioned, with Jacqueline coming down from Reno after they picked her up, it started to open up our eyes a little bit more to the Nevada area. And so it's another spot that we're kind of looking at for recruiting.
So on the flight to California you've done for 15 years, you stopped in Nevada this time?
Yeah, well, actually, I guess I went to Nevada once this year, but everybody out there is so close to going to LA, so they go to a lot of tournaments. They go to Colorado for the big tournament in the summer where the big showcase is. And when we go to California, they're always at the tournaments that we're at in California. So we've really had a chance to watch them play. And they work closely with an organization out in California, too, that is a very strong organization. So by them traveling down there for practices, for practice games, we've had a chance to watch them a lot.
Coach, you talked about always recruiting speed that you've had in this program in the last couple of years, additions like Amanda Grable, Alyssa Reyna, Shannon Garcia, and I talked about Bree. You seem to have added a lot more pop into your lineup as well. Has that been an emphasis for you in recruiting these last few years?
Yeah, that's something, we've been pretty strong, I think, like you said, with the speed, and we're trying to get a little more pop in our lineup. We look at it as coaches, and if we keep everybody healthy, and like every coach will say, but, we have a potential to have people like Shai and, Amanda, Alyssa, Logan, Maritza. You add Bree to that lineup. You add, people in lineup, Tabby into that lineup. And I know I'm probably missing some players in our team now. We feel like offensively, I think we could be pretty solid, very strong, 1 through 9. And that's something that, hasn't always been the case for us every single year. But I think with the speed, it's something every coach is going to say you can't teach speed. So adding somebody like Katie, that's exceptional speed for us. So I think offensively, we should hopefully start doing some damage out there.
Cool.
All right, thanks, guys.